Hi, in this lesson we're learning about teaching for multiple intelligences so that you can teach to every single student's abilities and strengths. Hi, I'm Angel from Artsy Course Experts, and we help creative online course teachers with their tech. In this lesson, we're going to go over teaching for multiple intelligences. So there was this guy, Howard Gardner, a psychologist at Harvard, and he wrote a book on the theory of multiple intelligences. And what he was arguing was that a lot of people were using IQ to see how smart people are, but he argued that people have a range of different kinds of intelligences and that we should leverage those as students, as teachers. So that's what we're going to go over. We're going to go over Howard Gardner's theory of multiple intelligences. We're going to go over the 8 types of intelligences that Howard Gardner called out. So let's get started. So the first one is linguistic intelligence. These are people that are just natural at words, choice, expression, reading, writing, and speaking. It just comes natural to them. That's their zone of genius, to read and to write and to express themselves. So as teachers, we should look for ways to provide these linguistic students materials so that they can learn in their best way possible. The second type of intelligence is musical. So these are students that naturally get sound and pitch and rhythm, and they appreciate music and all sorts of different compositions and performing. The third type of intelligence is logical. These are students that have a gift for numbers, rules, order, patterns, hypothesis, and they know reasoning and logic. So if we can, as teachers, we might provide them checklists and other types of resources so that they can learn and achieve their results. The next type of student intelligence is interpersonal skills. So these are skills that allow these students to work with others very well. They are great at relationships. They understand motives and values and teamwork and quid pro quo. So we need to help these students work with others because they learn by working with others, and they're naturally gifted at that. The next intelligence is intrapersonal. So this means that they're self-aware. They have good understanding of their emotions, their actions, their beliefs, their desires. Some people call this EQ instead of IQ. The next type of intelligence that Gardner called out is the kinesthetic or bodily skills, bodily intelligence. So this is really about coordinating the mind, the body. These are students that are great at hands-on activities. They have excellent control and awareness of their body, their positioning, their strength, all those kinds of things, the movements, the transitions. As an example, there might be dancers or musicians that have great control of their breathing, their fingers, their posture, positioning. And so those students might learn best from doing these kinds of activities instead of just reading a book on how to dance. The next type of intelligence that Gardner called out is the visual and spatial. These are students that are excellent with 2D, 3D, their eyes, perception, manipulating the environment, abstract thinking. So if they have this intelligence, we want to help them learn and experience the most that they can with their visual and spatial skills. The final type of intelligence that Gardner called out is naturalistic. These are students that connect with the nature and outdoors, organic patterns like the shape of trees and all the what appears to be a pattern, but then there's this sort of, randomness, life, the elements, fire, water, earth, all those kinds of things. So there are students that just get and love nature and they connect with it. You might want to teach them in a way that makes the most sense to them. So as an example, showing them a picture of outside of your studio instead of a slideshow with bullets. These are the different kinds of intelligences that Gardner called out. As a teacher, you're going to want to target intelligence. Remember, people can be intelligent in a couple of different ways. As a teacher, or maybe you're a community leader, you're going to want to use a variety of tools to teach these different kinds of students. As an example, you may want to use demonstration videos to help students who are really great at spatial and music and kinesthetic. You may want to use prompts or surveys for students that are great at interpersonal and logical. Use assignment exercises for students that are into kinesthetics or music or spatial, so they make something on their own. You might provide checklists or tables for students that are naturally gifted in logical, musical, or linguistic, and they prefer to read and digest their information. You may use a second camera or zoom into your hands if you're teaching to kinesthetic, spatial, or musical intelligences. You may want to talk directly into the camera for some students that need that extra interpersonal or linguistic where they really want to listen to your choice of words. And finally, you may want to use photos of something outside the studio. That would be great for spatial or obviously naturalistic intelligences. So now you're a lot smarter on the multiple intelligences that students may have. Please subscribe to get more tips for creative online course teachers or for tech help with your courses, community, or teacher website. Visit www.artsycourseexperts.com. Talk to you soon.